Alright, guys, it is November 1st, and the November quad was this weekend. I passed on the October quad last month. I kind of like these quads. You kind of get, filtered into a group of four. It's kind of random. It's by rating, but it's random whether you play up or down, and you know who you're going to play. So it's a nice premise. There's also a BU Open tomorrow, and I figured I was going to play chess one of those days. I wasn't going to do both, so I kind of flipped a coin, and I went with this tournament. I kind of eyed the ball, eyed the prize, and when I showed up, it turns out my group, I was 250 points lower than everyone else in my group. It just so happened that way. Everyone was in the mid 1700s, and I'm a lowly 1500 right now. I think my active rating is 1511. So my first opponent, Mark Kaprielian, hopefully I'm saying that right, 1723, so he has about 200 and change on me. He's an older fella. He runs, he gave me his card, actually. He runs one of the chess clubs, like the Metro West Chess Club. It was funny, he was trying to recruit me to go there. And I said, he's like, yeah, we run a Wednesday night Swiss. I said, honestly, I'd love to. That sounds great, but sorry, I am busy on Wednesdays. I work on Wednesdays, so I don't think I'll be playing Wednesday night anytime soon. But really, like, affable guy. I like to see it. He also had one of these devices. He kept assuring everyone it's not a phone, but it like logged the chess game instead of a score sheet. And he's like, oh, it's the only one that like United States Chess Federation (USCF) like allows. And I was like, sure, whatever. Like I looked at it, it was like it was reading out analysis for him. So that was kind of neat. Also, after this game, here's my first opponent. We got lunch after, and he's like, yeah, you want to talk about the game over lunch? I said, sure. So we went to Wendy's. It would not have been my pick. I'm not a fast food guy, but I was more than happy to oblige this guy. So anyway, nice guy. For the record, sneak peek, a certain someone from a previous quad was in my group as well, so there might be revenge coming up, or best dish served cold. All right, whatever. Let's get to chess. That's why we're here. So I am pretty fresh. In other tournaments, I've gotten like no sleep. I'm in an early schedule, so I still just don't sleep that much, but I woke up at like 7 today. So, it wasn't like I was waking up with a cup of coffee at the chess club. My opponent plays d4. I'm a d4 player myself, and I'm so happy I'm going to hit him with the good old English rat. I've done some soul searching, and I think I'm going to shelve the Maroxy defense, I think. But I still like the English rat against d4. So I think I'm going to maintain this line, but I might once again change my black openings. Who knows? Just when I started to have some success, I'm changing everything up. All right, he goes into the main line of the English rat. He didn't know it, which is great, because I know it. You know what I mean? What? Oh, right, d5. Which is great. Anyway, he plays d5, which is one of the main moves that I face, English rat defense. For the record, it's been a little bit of a while. Everyone's been playing e4 against me. This is a strong move. Obviously, e3 is fine. Takes is wrong, and what a lot of people end up doing, and what I'm very prepped against, if you will. Then there's some knight moves, and I have some semblance of what to do against these. Generally, you're trading, and if they play the queen, you develop the knight with tempo, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, sometimes it transposes into a Philidor setup, which I'm pretty well versed in as well now, for the record. So nevertheless, it's my bread and butter. Bread and butter. Against this move, I played f5. What? Sorry. He plays here. Now I play f5. Okay, right, and that's one of the best moves, and that's like what my prep is, if you will. So, and again, like I feel like it's a book move. It's my prep. I don't want to like overdo the opening theory, but the opening stuff. But it's always nice when I am like familiar, aware, comfortable with the position. I kind of have the ideas, and my opponent is not. I asked him after the game. I said, "Do you know about this?" And he said, like a few months ago, a buddy played it against him. He said, so he actually did look at it once, but he said it was like 3 months ago, and he only looked at it once, so he's only played it once, so he didn't really know it that well, which is like very typical of my games, for the record. Anyway, once I hammer home f5, he plays knight c3. I'll get into analysis when I get there. By the way, it's worth pointing out the quad is 65 minutes, not an hour and a half, so it's a shorter time control, and it's It's not an increment. It's the one where you just like hold the clock, so you don't actually gain time, which is always interesting, of course. Anyway, knight f6 is played, which is the best move. Yeah, and I'm just making like I hammered out these moves really quickly. It's always nice. My opponent also would get up and like walk around a lot. He was kind of almost socializing a little bit. Older guy, again, very, very friendly. So I was trying to get anything on the clock that I possibly could. Any advantage is a good advantage. Anyway, he plays knight f3, which I know is not correct. And yeah, once we're here, guess what, guys? It feels so nice when you know what to do. And I play bishop e7. And I gotta say, it really is comfortable. Like, we're 5 moves in or so. And, like, I know this. Like, I've played this enough that I just know this. That it's really nice when you're, playing against somebody who doesn't really know the position. So, anyway, after e3, I then castle, which is the best move. Yeah, I guess there is something to be said for opening prep and actually like learning a phase of the game and really buckling down and kind of drilling things. It gives you a real sense of relief. Yeah, so he plays bishop e2, which is a good move. Yeah. Basically, this is where I start thinking, and this is like I'm out of prep, but I'm playing the best moves, which is great. I play a5. My idea with a5, I mean, I know I'm not really giving you any backdrop, but first off, we were in my book, so I don't really need to go on. I just know these moves. But a5, a real key concept with the English rat is I'm just trying to get space on the queen side, and yeah, and that's basically it. I have idea of developing my knight this way. It's kind of what I was. What the hell? So many arrows. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Do you see all these arrows? I don't really mean to do this. I obviously can't develop my knight to c6 because he's clamping down, and I don't really want to smush in my own bishop. So I have idea of going to a6 and then landing out on c5. I'm stopping him from just shoving b4, kind of dislodging, and ideally I push a4 because if he ever moves up, you really want to land your knight on b3. Anyway, those are kind of like the ideas in the position, and it's nice that I'm kind of executing them, He plays a3, which is not the best move. He's kind of making holes for himself. Making holes and making knolls. All right, and now it looks like the computer does not like my plan. So all right, so here we go. We're out of the opening. We've reached a position where I'm quite comfortable. My king feels pretty safe. I have an idea of trying to attack, again, if I can ever open up. His pieces are a little bit bamboozled. I have a little bit of an issue about where to put my bishop. I was thinking I probably want it on d7, but I thought I maybe wanted to get my knight in the game first. Yeah, that's kind of my thought processes, if you will. So I play knight a6. I don't like it. I thought that if he played b4, I could take, he would take, and then I would take. So I must be missing something. All right, well, computer knows all, computer shows all, computer does all. He plays knight to d2, which is kind of an interesting move, the backwards knight move. I thought that prophylactically, he told me after the game that he's like an excellent defender. And he's like an older guy. He's not at his rating floor, by the way. So just to let you all know, like this, it's not like this guy's at a rating floor. I like playing guys at their floor. He's stopping my idea to jump into b3. So I think it makes sense. He's kind of like maneuvering his pieces over to the queen side. I'm just kind of curious about b4. Why this is so good. I would have taken, for the record. Oh. Doi! Because I can't actually take, because I'm the one who's pinned. For some reason, I thought he was the one that was pinned. All right, well, yeah, I don't think I like this very much. All right, well, whatever. It was the first game of the morning. First game of the morning. I think I'm still playing okay. All right, he plays knight to d2. I play knight to c5. I'm just kind of continuing my plan. Computer loves it. I think I'm playing pretty well, to be honest. And again, my idea... I want to attack the e4 square. He hasn't quite castled yet. My pieces are coming alive. I have space. Black's just better, It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. He castles. Best move. And I think for a little bit, and I end up playing a4. Computer does not like it. By the way, I haven't... okay, the computer does like it. It's the best move. My thinking is I want to beat him to the spot. I could always... Impossible! Yeah, my thinking is if I push there, I'm not sure where I want my bishop. I was thinking probably on d7 I could like support it. I also had some idea of pushing up my pawn, maybe finchetoing, but I thought that wouldn't really be doing much because I would be staring at this pawn chain. So yeah, I kind of thought that I could slam the door, Hodor, put a4, and then start playing on the king side. That was kind of my plan, for the record. It seems like computer nods at my plan and is like, yeah, it's an excellent plan, Rob. And I'm like, nice. Once I play a4, he now plays b4, which makes sense. He's immediately lashing out. I briefly considered not impossible, but when I say briefly, the cool thing about his little device is it kind of tracked like how long people spent on every move. So I did say that's kind of cool. And I was like, how much is one of those things? He's like, $300. And I was like, well, I'm not paying $300 for something to enter moves when I can enter it myself. So that's not going to happen. I didn't know if there's special nomenclature for en passant. Because I think that, I believe it or not, this might be my first en passant in a classical game. I'm not even kidding. No, there's no way that's the case. We're like 40 games in, but maybe it is. I don't know. All right, well, anyway, I en passant that shit, and again, black is slightly better, so I feel pretty comfortable. He then plays knight takes on b3. And I make what I think is a good move. Oh, nice. The computer loves my idea. I say, look at my nuts. Look at my nuts are jumping. They're a-jumping. And I'm jumping for joy because I'm coming into the position. And my idea, again, is I have a lot of jumps. I'm thinking maybe I even take with the pawn. I don't think I want to if he takes here. I don't know if I want to take back. Apparently I missed winning an exchange here, by the way. He said after when we were analyzing the game afterwards. So apparently I missed a different concept, which is if he doesn't trade, I actually have this move, takes, and then here to hit both the rook and the queen. The point is I'm jumping with a lot of my knights. I'm just kind of like infiltrating the position. And what I actually looked at is I thought that he would take, and I would take back, and then I would basically play b6, and I would just load up, maybe not like that, but I would just load up on the pawn. And I thought that was really comfortable for me. Still always looking at things from a positional standpoint rather than a tactical standpoint. That's a subject we'll cover for another day. Anyway, yeah, because I miss it. He plays bishop b7, and maybe I would have been able to win this game easy peasy, lemon squeezy, if I found the tactic, which is takes, and then here. It's not even a hard tactic to see. And I told him after the game, he said after he played bishop b2, he realized it. I said, I missed it. And I play bishop d7. My thinking, to be completely honest, was I thought I could play against these pins. But like takes, and then I would pin. And I thought that was really comfy for me. Wow, arrows are hard. Toys are us. But anyway, nonetheless, he pointed out I did miss it. I didn't ignore taking the exchange. I just didn't see it. And that's kind of a bummer, because that's the whole concept of like having these knights and these super forks, that kind of thing. Super expialidocious. Alright, I do play bishop d7. I miss it. And because he realized the threat, he's like, oh shit, I have to take. And, sometimes I will say ignorance is bliss. I didn't even realize I missed, like, a winning move. I thought I was just grinding in this game, like, just, like a nice advantage. I'm just positionally expanding. I have space. He also thought that, he's like, yeah, once you missed it, he's like, I thought white was, like, totally fine. Black is better here. So, depends on how liberal you want to be about, like, better or worse. But, 0.6 advantage ain't nothing to scoff at, my friend. Yeah, all right. Anyway, we trade, and now he plays a4. And now he pushes. And again, you have to understand, my whole idea at this point was, all right, deep breath. I've not used a lot of time on the clock. He played very quickly. Actually, I used more time in this game than him, than he, not me. But again, we were both playing. I think we played the first 20 moves in like less than 20 minutes. Again, you're only given 65 minutes, but we were pretty quick this game. Not gonna lie. For the record, my move ends up being rook to a5. I blockade the pawn, and my thinking is that this a pawn's a big weakness. And what I thought is I could move my rook up and I could move my queen. I would just literally barrel down and just brute force, the brute squad, win this by force. But then I realized he has this jump. And trading my bishop for the knight, this isn't like an all-star bishop, but then he would take with this pawn. He'd have kind of a diamond hands formation, and I would have nothing. Takes. I thought that was dead even. So then I kind of realized that I made a little mistake. But then I saw that if and I was calculating this, that I play here, he jumps. I had this clever little move of basically wiggling my pieces in like so. I know there's a lot of arrows, but basically getting my queen to b7, fianchettoing my queen with the idea of having it defend the c7 square and then double up, because I didn't see any way for him to not lose that pawn. Like, I thought the pawn was falling for faux show. Anyway, that was my plan. Computer will probably say, that's a bad plan. And it looks like this was not the most accurate move. They just gave me a good. All right. Nonetheless, he plays queen c2, which is one of the better moves, but it's not the best move in the position. He should have played knight b5. And the whole time, for the record, I thought that he was going to just hit me with the knight b5. It's crying out to be played. But again, I wasn't that concerned. I was going to stick to my plan of basically the slow move. And again, I felt like I was in a comfortable enough position where I could take my motherfucking time here. So that's kind of that's what's going on in my head. I didn't, yeah. So anyway, so I piecemeal it. I play b6. He said after the game he thought this was like, he told me, he was complimentary. He's like, yeah, I think you played like incredibly solidly. He's like, I don't think you made a single bad move. And I'm like, wow, that's nice. He doesn't necessarily mean I made good moves, but he's like, he was like, yeah, this was the first move, 17 moves in, and I thought that maybe this was like not such a good move. And it makes sense, but again, my plan, it may be too far-fetched, but that was my plan. And I thought that this locked everything up. He'd have no pressure on the b file himself. And like, tricky dick. I could even maybe triple stack once I move my rooks, because I could drop my bishop to d8. And I just thought my whole plan was just hammer home on the a file. And that's kind of what I was going for. Nonetheless, when I play b6, they're allowed to make moves too. It's not just me. He plays rook f to b8, 1, and I really hated this move. Again, I missed the clear the win with a fork, so shame on me. But when he played this, I immediately, the nice thing about chess is you can change plans. I said, wahoo, wow, wee wow. And I said, screw trying to win this pawn. He's removed the defender from the king's side. I remember something my friend Ryan mentioned, rip Daniel Naroditsky, something that Daniel Naroditsky said, which is whenever you have like 9 points of material in a spot, more than your opponent, you should be just throwing and shoving your pieces at it. And I was like, wow, all of his pieces, hopefully you can see my mouse cursor, but literally all of his pieces are doing nothing in the right-hand corner of the board. He only has this light square bishop, that if I can reroute my pieces, all of a sudden I'd have like 9, 5, and 3, like 17 points of material, maybe 18 with this pawn, hammering home on the f2 square. So I was like, all right. Screw winning the a-pawn. I think that's good. Let's just monkey wrench the f4 forward. And the computer likes my plan, which is nice. It's excellent. My thinking was if he takes, it opens up for me and like he has real problems. His position's kind of cheesy, and I have a really strong pawn chain, and this bishop comes to life. Like, epic. And I have a really easy plan, again, of doubling up on the f-file. If he ignores, which is what he does, if he ignores completely, I would take, and then he would take, and again, I have an easy lane to attack. It does seem as though he's not doing shit on the queen side. And then finally, if he pushes, which is what he plays, which is the best move, he does respond the best way. I mean, you have to understand, people at this level, 1700s, in my experience, I've played enough of them now, they're not like superstars. They're not going to spot these like brilliant sacrifices and like show these calculations 10 moves deep. Like, that ain't happening. But they are going to play like oftentimes the best move. And so, you can't just bank on them making mistakes. You can't just bank on them. Oh, the computer loves my plan. I'm so proud of myself. He plays e4, and I knew I love seeing this. The top engine move, because this is a tough move to find. I play queen e8, just slip and sliding it on over. Look at that. Just a wiggle. And the reason why is, yes, I'm technically hitting this pawn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. But I'm really trying to reroute my piece on the king's side. Furthermore, I saw the idea where if he then finally wrenches in the the knight to b5, which is what he should have done, I was going to then make use of this dark square bishop, which is not an all-star, slam it to d8, And then now all of a sudden all my pieces are defended over here, and I still once again have the bishop, the rook, and the queen to kind of push on him and attack. Attack! So I was kind of proud of my plan, and it looks like the computer likes it as well. All right, so he plays knight b5. I think there were a few moves where this would have been the best move in the position. It's no longer the best move in the position. Yeah, interesting. The computer still thinks I should play f3. I was considering it. I was considering f3 and wondering if a sacrifice was good, like f3 takes, but I didn't quite see the follow-up. It looks like they want to play f3 and then trade the bishop for the knight, which is interesting. Maybe the computer doesn't love my plan. I play bishop to d8. They don't love my plan. They don't love it. They're like, you were up, a pawn and a half if you just simply play f3. Well, no. Now the computer's reevaluating and thinking f3 is not even a full pawn. All right, well, whatever. I play the bishop to d8, thinking I'm locking in the c7 pawn, and now I can just continue. I have potential threat, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, that's kind of the state of the game. By the way, as I had mentioned, we play the first 20 moves in 20 minutes. So I'm trying to think when I finally did a deep thought. So far, I haven't done like a deep thought. So it is what it is. He now plays rook a3, which we both thought after the game was like a clear error. Yeah, it was a miss. Apparently, bishop a3. Yeah, this is a terrible bishop. He probably just needs to trade it for this knight, to be completely honest, because this knight actually is doing a lot. I did tell him that after the game. I did say, Mark, so many people are always like, bishops are better than knights. I was like, your bishops suck. The knights are the important pieces in this position. And I didn't say it like that. It was very friendly, but I did say, because he had mentioned, at one point he was trying to argue that his position was a little bit better. And it looks like he's not really that much worse. But he was like hammering off. He's like, yeah, I got these bishops here. And I'm like, yeah, these bishops are terrible, man. But anyway, he plays rook a3. He thought that his best move in that position, he talked to me. He said he thought he should have played rook a2. When we went through, again, his like little device, it makes sense. But it actually looks like the move that really saves the bacon is a bishop move. Or playing f3 here. I thought if he played f3, he was going to run into a big problem. Potentially. All right. I'm not the best attacker, I'm going to be honest. I think my own style is very positional. I think I'm a good counter-attacker. That's what I think. I don't think I'm a good defender, and I don't think I'm a good attacker, but I think I'm a very good counter-attacker, where I think I'm able to find... I think I'm really good at finding counterplay, actually. That's my strength, to be honest. I don't know, maybe you guys who have seen a lot of my videos or know me better can describe my style, but that's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going for. Oh, wow. You know what? I was considering this. Oh, damn. They like the sacrifice on e4. I saw takes. I was calculating this. Okay, so I again, 20 moves have gone. Was the best move. I end up playing f3 in this position, which is not good anymore. Wow. Wait, do I really play f3 here? Rook? Hold on. Hold your horses. I do not. Okay, I was going to say, I was like, I don't think so. I don't think so. I didn't think so. Why can I not delete this move? All right. For some reason, the computer's not letting me delete the move. But rook a3, I play queen g6 first. I'm always like looking to the computer to see like what they think about my move. And then I'm always worried when I don't see it as a candidate move. Damn it. I thought I was hitting this pawn. And then if he pushes, he's going to have weaknesses. And if he doesn't, I can land it myself. God damn it. How come I can't? What is going on? Alright, well this is just not working as far as how do I... Normally you right click and you can just say like promote move. This is where Ryan is going to be like, you should be doing this on lead chess. But I don't like lead chess as much. Alright, we're doing this real... Alright, let's see. How do we delete a move? Well, this seems to be new. Okay. I don't see that menu. Do you see the menu? settings. God damn it. God damn it. I thought you were supposed to right click. I mean, every time I just right clicked. Alright. I've been entering my games. If I make a mistake, if I hit the back arrow, returns a piece of square, keeps the arrow. Then if I end up in the middle, they have been bum 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 bum. He pops up. Oh, my, thanks. It says comment before. No. Actually. Control click. What? I'm not on a Mac. Oh, chess.com. What are you doing? Sometimes I enter the moves wrong. Give me a break. I don't want to have to re-enter it just because they fucked up. You know? Well, I did, but like just because it won't let me. Son of a bitch. Due to a bug, cleaning my cache or right-clicking. You know what? We're gonna reload the analysis. Maybe this will work. Load previous analysis, and no, it's still not working. God damn it! Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Well, I don't want to have to do the whole recap again. You know, brutal. All right, fuck it. I'm gonna just enter it in, and maybe you guys can help me as far as how to actually do it a little bit better. But man, how frustrating is that? How frustrating is that? Fucking chess.com. Am I right? Am I right? I am right. All right. Well, we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna just again enter the names once again for posterity. Kaprielian, 1723. Robert Eckstut. Alright. Alright. Beautiful. What? They're giving me a... What the fuck? Are they trolling me? They're saying it's an error on move 1? No. Don't do that to me. I don't want the... Alright, chess.com, fuck you. Alright, this is what I have to deal with, you know, against the computers, you know? Like, little annotations. They're giving me an exclam question mark on move 1. Give me a fucking break. Alright. F5, knight c3, knight f6, knight f3. Can't believe that I have to do it over again. I mean, I've never had to do this, right? Like, you guys have seen enough of my videos that, like, maybe this is a new feature for chess.com. I don't know. Also, the engine really lags my computer. A5, best move. A3, not best move. Knight A6, they don't love it. Knight D2, passive move. I jump into C5, they really like it. Castles. A4, not a bad move at all, pretty decent. B4, I get to play Impulsion. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Impulsion! It is best move, cool. A takes, and then knight takes. I miss the tactic in this position after I jumpy to my knight. He plays bishop b2, bishop d7. I just missed the win there. What a joke. What a joke. All right, he trades on c5. I take on c5. He plays a4 himself. I play rook a5, again trying to double on up. He plays queen c2. I play b6. Not the best move. He plays rook fb1. I did not like this move at all. Now I play f4. I'm monkeying forward. He plays e4. He tries to lock up the position. I play queen e8. Best move in the position. Knight b5. He now finally jumps into the outpost. I play bishop d8. I thought this was a good move. Again, computer doesn't love it, but I'm locking everything down. He plays rook a3. I play queen g6. Alright. Are we here now? Queen g6? Yes, we're here now. Alright, I think this is where we left off after the malarkey. Alright, once again, for the record, the move that I was considering is I was considering this sacrifice. Looks like the computer really likes it, because I saw that if he takes, yeah, I have this move. And I did see this. I thought this was pretty good. The computer says it's very good, so I did see that. Why didn't I do that then? Because I saw this. This is what I was thinking about the whole time. I don't know. I did see this sacrifice, though. So, for some reason, I didn't go into it. I actually didn't see this one. I didn't see the first one, not going to lie. as far as winning the exchange. But I did see this idea. Basically, I thought I would just be kind of, I don't know why I didn't do it then. It's so good. Maybe I thought that this piece wasn't here, and like, you know what it was? I thought this piece wasn't there, and for some reason in my mind, it was the pawn and a rook for two minor pieces. I didn't see that actually. It's just completely game over. Game over. Come on over, baby. All right. But I did see that idea. All right. Well, this was my first game of the day. I guess maybe I didn't play that well. I was actually proud of myself for this game, but now it looks like I shouldn't be. All right. Well, whatever. I play Queen G6. The idea here is I'm threatening this pawn to attackers. Obviously, I should have just sacrificed with that idea. It would have been great. Would have been brilliant for sure. And now he plays f3. He's trying to lock everything down. And it's funny. He kind of is. Black is barely better. I mean, this is considered an equal position. And I thought over the board that I was doing quite well. But it looks like I missed not one, but two total wins. Like, I missed a chance to put the game away. All right, the computer does like my plan best. I do play h5. He thought this was wrong. He thought I should move over and just push my pawn to g5. I don't think that's bad, actually. But I like my plan best, h5. My idea is h4, h3, and just kind of crash on through. This is like locked up. Let's just, again, try to bring the heat on over to the king's side. And, maybe he'll fold. All right, 21, I play f3. He plays h5. I play h5. He plays bishop c3. His bishops aren't very good. Obviously, I'm just going to drop back. They like a6 a little bit better. I was actually wondering if a6 or a8 was better. They're almost the same move, but I couldn't. I thought that I wasn't sure if I should be protecting this pawn, or if I should try to basically connect them. But then in some lines, I don't know, the knight would be attacking. I just didn't know, so I just brought it back to a8. I don't think I spent that long on that, but I know I was thinking that maybe it was more accurate to put the rook there. In any event, he plays a6 himself. And this is like wild. And this is the first time in the game, guys, that I actually did a long think. And the reason why is he is attacking me on the queen side, I'm attacking him on the king side. And it's like, who has the bigger cojones? I thought taking was terrible. It looks like it's still good. But I thought if I take, his bishop finally comes to life. And I have like real problems, actually. Like this the c7 pawn is in a lot of trouble and stuff. So I thought I couldn't take. So if I can't take, the other move I was looking at was c6, and I thought it would go like take, and now this is no longer under attack. If he takes, obviously he can't take because then he'd be pinned, and I'm defending everything, and I thought that was fine. But then I said, no, my attack is stronger. I am the one who knocks, and so I play the best move. I play h4. I'm like, all right, come on, buddy, bring it. Like I think I'm a little faster than you, and looks like the computer agrees. I'm a little faster. He plays rook b to a1, and now he really just wants to throttle the pawn. And he was like 0 fucks given, just kind of barrel it on down. I play h3, it's the best move. Yeah, I mean, the idea here is I'm trying to checkmate him, he can't push, I just take. And so the only move really that we both saw was, and it is the only move according to the computer, is bishop f1. He said to me, when we were eating, Wendy's together, he said, yeah, I saw that I had bishop f1, I just thought everything was like holding together. And I said, but is this just bad for white? Like, yeah, the computer has it as almost +1 for me, or I guess -1 the position, because black is better. And I'm like, did you really want to go into this? Like, this just seems good to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I thought that I was just better. All right, anyway, once he plays bishop f1, now I play c6. So apparently I should have taken first. The line I saw was c6, okay? And then I thought that he has to take then. Then I would have to take because he's pinned, and then he'd be able to use the backwards knight move so it's not actually hanging to the pawn. And then I would take here, and then I would take, and then he would take there, or because obviously I'm pinned. I'm pinning him, and I thought that line was good for me. Okay, so just to hear me out here. Okay, it's the only move as well. D takes. Oh, no, A takes is losing. So I calculated a losing move for him. He has to go D takes here. Anyway, he plays honestly a terrible move. I mean, the game is over here for the record. So my technique was terrible. It took me a long time to win. But he literally plays knight d4. And after the game, he said, "Oh, didn't you just trap my knight? Like he's like, I can't move there. 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 I can't move there." And so he said that he's like, "Oh, I didn't see that you trapped it." And I said, "I don't think I did trap it." I said, "I thought that you have A takes B, and then rook takes A3, and then I saw knight takes A3, and then I saw, oh, they want me to do this first. I saw C takes D5, and then I thought he had, like, I don't know, whatever move, basically C takes, and then I'd have this move. But this is the position. This is the position that I saw, everybody. Okay, like when I played C5, I thought this was the position where I have incredible pressure, a check, a good knight, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But my pieces are more active. His bishop is bad, and he's kind of tied down. And this is the position I saw. Like I thought it was just comfortable for me, just good, But he makes it easy. He plays knight d4, just blunders. And at first I was like, what is going on here? According to the computer, if he plays d takes, I would play bishop takes, and then they like a6. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. I mean, in this position, it's pretty equal. Maybe black has the very slightest of edges, with the idea of like, bringing my rook up. Yeah, black is very slightly better. I would probably go queen h5, to be honest. But yeah, interesting. Interesting. All right, well, that didn't happen. He just didn't see it. He just missed it. And you know what? He's missed 2 big moves. I'm not gonna miss the third one. And I just take the knight. So once I take the knight, it's over. This recap is probably, I mean, I don't know if there's much more to say. It took me, it's 37 minutes. It took me a long time to win because my technique was terrible. Like, a long time to win. And he was, like, kind of funny. He kept being like, are you sure you don't want to just take a draw here? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. He's like, I'll give you a draw if you want. I'm like, I don't want a draw. I'm like, I'm of a piece for nothing. Anyway, the good news is I started the campaign, this quad, with a win. I beat 1,700 plus player. I know I'm capable of it, but my results again against people who are 1,500, 600, and 1,700 have been slightly below average. So it's good. My rating into this tournament, if I went 1 and 2, I would gain a tiny bit of points. So immediately I'm playing with like the house money is the same. And yeah, we're just Gucci. I don't know if I should take you through the game because again, it's a lot of moves. I don't think my technique is very good, but I get, as he said, I made 0 mistakes to end. I just basically started trading everything, and eventually I won. Like I didn't do anything fancy, like look for a knockout punch or so. I literally just traded everything. Yeah, so maybe there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. Anyway, bishop takes, and then I went b takes on a, just trying to trade everything. He went bishop takes the knight on c5. I went d takes, took it back. He played rook b1. I don't know, like, is it even worth it for me to go over this still? Again, my computer kind of lags. I mean, you can see it's -4, and like I kept, okay, the one thing that, typical, it was kind of annoying. He like wasn't resigning. And it's like, dude, you lost a piece for absolutely nothing. And like he said that he really likes trying to find like stalemates. That's where he gets a lot of pleasure. So, whatever. Anyway, I go c takes on d5. He goes c takes on d5. I play h takes now on g2. Thinking again that we're just gonna trade everything off. I saw the line where he probably needed to trade queens. We do that. He takes with his king. I wasn't sure what he was supposed to take with. And, like, yeah, this is what I mean. Like, we basically trade off everything, and it just takes me a long time to liquidate. But eventually I get him. Like, literally more than 40 moves later. So, maybe, if you guys are looking for... I played the best move. If you guys are looking for chess analysis, you're not going to get any from this point forward because I'm actually just kind of trying to hammer through the moves because I'm kind of curious if I'm just kind of curious, if I made any, like, big mistakes. And bishop d3. You know, I actually moved here, and then I moved back here, so I'm gonna... God damn it, we'd have to triangulate. And I don't think I'll be able to delete, right? All right, well, you know what? We're going to move on to the next game, because this is not what happened. Basically, I'm just trying to triangulate because I made a mistake, and I'm not putting you guys through that. Anyway, look, the point is, I won later. I'll enter it in myself. I'll kind of see how I did as far as the analysis. The game lasted many moves, and I eventually checkmated him. So, there you go. So I started 1-0, and let me save this, actually. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, collection name is November Quad. Right? Oh, god damn it, I already have... Here, let's... Boylston Quad Tourneys. I guess this is my third quad, apparently. Okay, you know, it is what it is. Alright, I'm going to start the next game against Gavin James Shryoc. Fine. By the way, I got 2 whites the second and third game, which was fucking relief. Because, yeah, I basically, have not been, I've been getting more blacks than whites, so it's nice when, you know, the reverses. Alright, now here is the story about this opponent, alright? I'm not going to throw him under the bus too much, but this is the dude, the only video I never bothered to do, because it was a horrible game on my part, but also the one where, like, he made an illegal move, and I was like, oh my god, you made an illegal move. And he's like, what? I'm not 1723, but whatever, alright. And he's like, I'm like, I win. You know, this was the quad from a while ago. And then he acted like, you know, he was honestly like stared daggers at me, like he was a little bitch to me, to be honest. But this was kind of like a redemption game, and like when I was like, oh, is this gonna be weird or whatever. The point is, we played afterward. I was like, hey, do you want to go over the game? He's like, sure. And I said, hey, let's clear the air. I said, you know, and he said, honestly, he said, I just didn't know the rule. I was mortified that actually I might have lost that one after I was totally winning. And I said, oh, it's understandable. I said, yeah, you were totally winning. I just couldn't believe you made an illegal move. And we like cleared the air, made peace, which is nice. So it was a better time. I don't want to be on bad terms with anyone. So I would say that the bad blood is over. I still don't like the way he acted because he said some shitty things after that game where I played terribly. But in fairness, it was the first game of the day where I like hadn't slept. This game was a lot more competitive. Anyway, needless to say, let's start rolling into this one. And we'll give this video about 20 minutes, and then I'll switch over to the next one. All right, because I like to slam the quad games into two parts. I don't like making it a 3-parter. All right, so my opponent is James Shryoc. He won the previous quad I was in, where I went 0-3. That was a disaster quad. I believe he may have won this one. I think he may have gone 3-0. But maybe I win this one. You never know. You know, I'm 1-0. If I beat him, I'm gonna maybe even win a prize, which is the lowest rated person. Again, he has, you know, 260 points on me. Again, I'm not 1723. I don't know why it's saying that. But all right, so I play d4. He's going to go into an Indian setup. I play c4. He plays e6. These are all... this is all very, very typical. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. This is just like an Indian game. I've played this setup a lot. He strikes out with d5. I play knight c3, second best move. I could have also gone to a Catalan. I just had bad results in the Catalan, so I kind of didn't want to do that. Maybe I'll go back to the Catalan. I don't know. I feel like my positions in the Catalan have been fine. I've just been losing every game when I play it, so I really don't know. He plays c5 here, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's the semi-trash. Yeah, he strikes out with c5. I play e3. I wasn't sure if c takes is better or e3. It looks like they're both pretty equal. Yeah, so this is the Yusupov Rubinstein system. I've played this a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I've played this a lot. He plays knight to d6, just hammering home, getting things going. Now I figure it's time to take. It is the best move. I go c takes. He plays knight takes on d5, which actually I was a little bit surprised about. I did think he was going to go pawn takes, but you know, whatever. I don't think it matters that much. And now I've got a big dilemma, big issue of what the hell am I supposed to do here. Apparently the computer wants me to immediately gang up on this and just try to like trade, I guess. I don't know. But I play bishop d3. It looks like the natural move to me. Yeah, all right, still book. So we're in the Pillsbury variation. All right, Fantastic. I can't wait to enter that into my good old spreadsheet. He now plays C takes on D4, and I play E takes on D4, because what the hell else am I going to do? I just have an isolated pawn. It's a pretty typical kind of like, it's a pretty typical kind of Queen's Gambit setup. It looks like we've transposed into a Karakhan Penov attack. I didn't know that. I'm sure I've played like this setup actually online, but I didn't know that's what it was in game. He plays Bishop E7. It's the best move. I castle. It is the best move. He castles. It was the best move. Alright, so these are all just book lines, I guess. Alright, we're back. Now we're back in the QGD with a semi-trash, the main line of the Pillsbury variation. Alright, that's a mouthful, but yes, fair enough. So now I play he told me that A3 was standard. I was out of book, for the record, at this point. So I didn't know the moves anymore. But he said I played the right move, so that makes me feel good. Alright, so I play E3. He said this is book. Cool. He plays Bishop F6, so he just knows this very well because he's playing all the best moves. Not a good thing when that happens, by the way, when they're playing all the best moves too. And here I went into a think. And the computer wants me to play Rook E1. Doesn't that also kind of just like gambit the pawn? I thought it did. I thought this was too passive to play Bishop E3. It's not a good move. Computer likes Bishop E4? Really? I guess then we're having two defenders just hammering home. But I play what I thought was a very clever knight pawn sacrifice. So walk me through. And like this is where he's out of book, and I'm making up moves. I play knight to E4, and it's an interesting move, right? Yeah, I'm sacrificing the pawn. I mean, I play this knowing I'm sacrificing the pawn, and yeah, and basically I thought I was going to get a lot of activity, and I was going to get the double bishops. So I've decided to be aggressive, be aggressive, and we'll see where that gets me. So he thought for a while. So he had been banging out the moves. I mean, as it turns out, the first 10 moves were all theory until I played this knight E4 move. And he thinks for a long time. And I played pretty quickly. And then finally he like shrugs and he takes the pawn. I think he has to. And we were saying in the recap, because we did go over together, he's like, I think I have to take the pawn. I was like, yeah, I think you do too. But we get this position where I obviously take with my knight. He then takes back with his knight. And it's basically my idea is I'm giving up the pawn to get really active bishops and an active attack where his bishop is garbage. And yeah, so I liked the idea I had, and I was happy with the opening, basically. I play knight to G5. They like the move. Apparently Bishop C4 is better? No, wait, what? Bishop? The fuck? Yeah, I don't understand that. Alright, well, whatever. Doesn't happen. And my idea, in case you guys haven't noticed, I'm trying to gang up on his H-pawn. I have some potential ideas as far as bishop sacrifices, and my pieces are really coming to life. And yeah, so I jump to G5. I thought H6 or F6 might be really like weakening moves. And he kind of grumbled here, and he thought for a while, and then he plays the knight back to just F6. In the recap, after he said that he thought of this position like he was solid and fine, and I gambited a pawn, so the computer does slightly prefer his position. But I just thought I had a lot of activity. Like I was. This is a very non-normal game for me. Normally I play like kind of more closed positionally. But this kind of, I decided to live it up, live in la vida loca, and just go to town. Anyway, the move I saw to kind of keep applying the heat is to develop with tempo, and thus spoke Zarathustra. I then played Bishop E3. My thinking, obviously, is I am attacking this knight, because if I take, and then he takes, whoopsies, I take, and then he loses the queen. So I'm attacking his knight, obviously. I have centralized double op combo in an open position, and my rooks are going to get in. So I'm actually surprised that black is better here. I thought white was better. Like I was very comfortable and happy about my gambit, if you will. But I shouldn't have been. All right. Anyway, I play Bishop E3, and I'm going to keep doing the timer check because I'm going to end the video at like an hour to start the other one. Alright, he then plays knight to C6. He's just doing like a retreating move. And yeah, okay, yeah. So this is what I mean. Like once he kind of backtracks, the computer likes my position. And yeah, I was like, all right, like life is pretty good. I have potentially some kind of pressure. I want to get my pieces into the game. All right, I played the second best move, not c5, bishop c5. Not sure what that does. We like trade queens, and that's supposed to be good for white. All right, well, whatever. All right, and I play queen c2. Now, my idea with this move, if it's not obvious, it should be. Okay, they give me an accuracy for that. You've got to be kidding me. It's the second best move in the position. My thinking was I'm hitting this pawn. 1, 2, 3. Only one. I'm clearing the way to move my rooks into the center of the board on the C and D file because I feel like that's where they belong. And long term, I thought that maybe I would, if I was to like trade off the bishop for the knight, I would materially, get back the pawn. So I thought that I would basically win it back. I wasn't all that worried. He responds with h6, which I thought was like, oh, I played the best move. Oh, nice. And I will go into a mini tank, and I think to myself, oh, this is actually a really good move anyway. And so I played it. I played knight h7. All right, I'm really glad. The computer likes my move a lot. And my thinking is, obviously, I'm attacking his rook. He's got to take anyway. I would then check him. He moves back, and then I start developing with tempo. And I thought that we would be playing this position where it's like a wide open position. I have the double bishop in an open spot, and I'm like attacking his king. He's got problems developing. I thought white was better. I think I used the bathroom at this point, and he's actually used a lot more time than me. And I was thinking like, all right, deep breath, like. Opening went well. Like, I'm doing well. Again, according to the computer, I'm slightly worse. But he told me in the recap that his initial reaction was to not even know that his rook was under attack. And he's like, yeah, I almost dropped my rook here. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it took me a moment to realize that my rook is under attack. And I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. Computer actually wants him to play rook e8, which I considered. I would then play takes. And again, I thought that this was pretty good for me. Instead, he trades the knight. Knight takes on h7. I obviously go bishop takes, and only move is king to h8. And when this position is reached, it's very, very equal. It's hard to argue with his position. It looks comfortable and good. I then play rook f to d1. Do they not like my move? They do, but e4 is better. Bishop e4. Oh, just bringing it back right away. I didn't think I was in any rush, because I thought that if I like move my rook, first off, I can attack his queen. But I thought if he pushed, for some reason, g6, I could always sacrifice the bishop. It would go take, queen takes, and I thought, like, minimum, I have a perpetual, and like, he might even be losing the game, actually. So I wasn't sure. But that's not what happened. I play rook f to d1, attacking the queen, obviously. He plays queen f6. They like his move. It's the best move in the position, in fact. Yeah, when he played this, I was a little bit upset because my idea is I wanted to own this diagonal, and he's kind of shutting it down now. And I also realize now that if he pushes g6, I am going to get my piece kind of stuck. They like queen to c5 here, basically checking the rook first. Oh, I played the second best move. Yeah, I was always looking at that move. You'll see why. But I play, yeah, all right. I played bishop e4 here. It just made, like, the most sense. Again, like, minimum, what I was thinking is I'm attacking this knight. If I win it back, I mean, maybe not here, but then I would have this move. I don't know. I felt materially I was getting my pawn back at some point, and I was a little bit more active than him. So I thought that if anyone was better here, it's me. But it looks like it's completely even. So my pawn sacrifice wasn't bad, but it doesn't look like I've really yielded anything. It does seem like he's played very well so far, in fairness. All right. He then slams e5, which is the best. God damn it. How is this fucker playing all the best moves? You gotta be kidding me, man. He plays e5. And I didn't... what's funny is I didn't see this move when I played here. Yeah, all the other moves are not that good for him. God damn it. Yeah, I thought, because, like, he can't develop his bishop, you know what I mean? It's stuck. So I guess that was why e5 is so good, is it frees up his bishop. That's why I thought I was better. Like, I thought that I'm taking this away, I can just double up and enjoy my position. Like, very, very comfy position. But he plays e5, and, it is what it is. Once he plays e5, it's just completely drawn. just a complete equal position. I play rook AC1, which is the best move. It's the natural move. It makes sense. I'm getting my... I went to the bathroom here, and this is where I was thinking to myself, I was like, yeah, like, I can't be any worse. I have the bishop pair. I have both files. My rooks are connected. He kind of has a hook. I have potential mate threats, and he has real trouble developing this bishop. Like, obviously, he moves over there, then I can just basically bounce it with f3. So I really like my position. I don't know. Computer says it's just a draw. So, what do I know? He plays knight d4 here. Is this his first not... Okay. Oh, that's right. So the computer likes... That's funny. Wow. The computer likes bishop g4, and I would have played f3. Somehow that's better. He spent 20 minutes on this move. And I think in the recap, he basically said that he wasn't sure how anything... He basically said everything that he looked at just seemed like a draw to him. But he said he didn't know how to play on without getting pieces off the board. And the truth is, although these guys were all higher rated than me, and so draws are good for me, in this position, it wasn't like I just was 100% going to just draw. Like I genuinely thought that white was playing for something here. As it turns out, if I knew a computer evaluation, I would have been draw, draw, draw. But I didn't do that. Anyway, he eventually plays knight d4, and he thought about this for a long time. It's the move that I thought was the best. Because I thought that I looked at everything. Basically, I thought I had to take, and I thought once I took, yes, I probably would round up this pawn again. Like I have these kind of moves, to hit the pawn. I just didn't think that all my advantage of the bishop pair, the activity, the double files, I was basically just trading it back for the pawn, and so I was upset because I felt like I didn't have anything better. And this is just very mediocre to me. So yeah, so I play bishop takes on d4. 21, bishop takes d4. He plays e takes, of course. I mean, there's no other move. And I play rook d2, which the computer does not like. Yeah, so none of these moves are good. Apparently I should have gone queen to d3. I didn't think that was best because I thought that he would just slam the rook behind it, and I wanted my queen off to the side so that my rook could be the first one in. So I went this move. I went rook d2, but apparently this is bad. I thought we have a plan like that. I also thought queen c5 was decent, but it looks like I should just play or queen b3 apparently. Not sure why that move is any good, but all right, whatever. I double up my rooks. I play rook d2, and the computer does not love this. They don't love it. He plays bishop g4, which is one of the better moves. And yeah, I just didn't know exactly what he was threatening, but I also see that he's giving me this pawn. I didn't know if I should take. I thought I could play f3, and if he goes back, he has the same developmental problems. And if he doesn't go back, I could then take. He said he thought that he was opening up a weakness for me, down here, which makes sense. But anyway, I play f3. Wow, it's shocking to me. The computer has black slightly better here. Wow. Seriously, wow. He plays bishop e6. And I do take the pawn. And it is the best move. All right, and I take the pawn. I told him, I was surprised he just let me take the pawn here. That's what he's doing. Because I thought that in this position, his isolated pawn is weaker than my connected pawns. And I thought that basically I could, hole up. And if I can ever land b4, then I thought I'm just better. But apparently it's not that easy to play that. So maybe that's why. Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to keep walking you guys through this game. After I take, he goes rook a to b8, which makes sense. He's trying to gun on down. I also noticed he has this fork ideas, so I had to be a little bit careful about that. I play. They like c5. They like it here because then if he takes, I take. Huh. Ha. Interesting. All right. I don't do that. I just retreat to e4, which isn't bad. I mean, for the record, it's I'm surprised white is worse here, because in the game I thought this was just totally equal. And if anything, again, I have the open file, and I thought that I'm threatening, he's got back rank issues actually. So do I, kind of. But well, all right, let's see what happens. I'm going to clip the video in about 5 minutes and jump to the next one. So bishop e4. He then plays a5, which is I thought that was just a good move, because I wanted to play b4, and this kind of shuts the door on that. And this is where I make no. I don't. The computer doesn't even dislike my move. They like it, so I don't know what the problem is. I then play queen a4. Yeah. So I don't know what the problem is here. My idea is I'm attacking this pawn. I'm attacking this pawn. I thought I was attacking two things at once. Unfortunately, he plays queen g5. We were talking about the geometry. And f4? What? I see. Fascinating. You sacrifice the f4 pawn, he takes, and then you basically take the d4 pawn. Interesting. Alright, well, this must be where I made a major mistake here, I guess. He plays queen g5, and I play rook c. Yeah, okay, so this is where I just blunder. I play rook c to d1. And I just totally blunder. And I had seen this move, but alas... alas, I walk into it. And, yeah, it's just really, really bad for white. Anyway, I fight on a bit longer, but actually, you know what? We'll make this the first video. He obviously takes my rook. I take, and I'm down the exchange for a pawn, but I also have back rank issues, and he can basically slam through and immediately trade the other rook, which is a big problem. I think I make it slightly difficult. I'm mostly just seeing if I like if there were any like perpetuals or wins that I had. It's possible, right? Rook f to d, yeah, 8. So I just blundered basically. I play queen a4. He trades. Rook takes on d1. I go queen takes on d1. And then he plays rook d8, just immediately biting on down. I play queen e1. He plays rook d2. I play f4. Yeah, this is just terrible for me. He plays queen d8. I'm just seeing if there's anything I could have done at this point. I play bishop f3, taking away this square and protecting my g2 square. My idea is if I can ever land h3, I can run with my king and then maybe get some activity. He plays queen d4 check. I play king h1. Seems like the only move here. He plays g6. Best move. I play f5. He plays rook takes b2. I play f takes. He plays f takes. Huh, it's only -3. Only -3. Only -3. Alright, f takes 37, where I move 38. I play queen e8 check. I thought maybe I'd be able to get a perpetual going somehow, you know? You know how it is? He plays king h7. You know how it is. Yeah, I'm just lost again. Oh boy. I play queen e7 check. He plays queen g7. I probably needed to trade here, but it's lost. Just totally lost. I play queen e4. Trying to prevent him from mating me. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty sad at this point. He goes queen c7. I mean, I lose. I'm just going through the motions because I survived a bunch of turns. He plays bishop. Oh, no, I play bishop d1. I play bishop d1. He plays queen b7. I play queen g4. He plays h5. I play queen g3. He plays rook b1. I play queen d3. Queen d6, apparently. For some reason that's a little bit better, but whatever. I Play queen d3, trying to take everything away, you know. Just trying my damnedest. I mean, it's lost. I knew it was lost. I just thought that maybe there'd be some perpetual. That's why I was playing on, for the record. Thought I had something to play for. Queen d3, he goes queen e7. Clever move. Very clever move. I laughed, actually. If I take this, he checkmates me. I like that one. Yeah, they give him a brilliant for that. I like that move. You know what? I'm glad they gave that a brilliant, because I did say nice move when he played that. I go queen d2. It's the only move I saw. He plays rook b2. Very clever again, just trying to, you know, check me away so that he could, you know, mate. I mean, again, it's over, so it really doesn't matter. I go queen c3. It's really all over, unfortunately. He plays rook f2. Alright, looks like I never really had a chance. I play king g1, and he plays queen b7, and I resign. Or, excuse me, queen a7, and I resign. Yeah, because I just didn't think... yeah, I saw that I could sack there, but I like, let's face it, don't think I'm holding that position. And that was the game. Alright, so that was game 2. I'm 1-1. Let me save this one. Into game collection, into the quad. Okay. And let me just do a review real fast. I'm kind of curious. Impossible. Wow. I actually played a good game as well. 87.7. Alright. He just played 91.5. Damn. He played 2 brilliants. Well, he's almost 1800. Anyway, I played a lot better than the first game we had, where I just kind of like blundered at the opening. And the truth is, it was kind of a dead draw that I should have played a little better. He's a good player, but you know, I would like to beat this guy. Although I'm taking him off my shit list. I no longer hate this guy. I merely am indifferent. I just, you know, he's 2-0 against me. That's all I can say. So. Alright, it is what it is. That's going to be the end of the first video. I'm going to play my third game on the third video. I'll have to fix the game against Mark Kaprielian off stream. I'll do that. I'll get it done. Yeah, so that was Mark and Gavin. Alright, we'll stop recording here, and I'll be back for the third and final game in a moment.